I am so excited to come on today to share with you my latest journal, and it's going to be listed in my Etsy shop, the Beaufort Belle, all one word. I'm so excited about this journal because it's the first folio that I've created. I used 2 of the large manilla envelopes, with the clasp on them. I used 2 of those to make this journal, and I've made some for myself before, but this is the first one that I've made in a style like this. And the way you put the envelopes together, it makes a trifold style journal, with the front cover being here, and then your middle section, and then the back opens out like this. So, another thing I'm very excited about with this journal is that I've used a lot of my own supplies from my own stash and embellishments from my own stash, but it's featuring a digital kit, and I haven't done that before. Most of my journals are not with digi kits, so. But I got this digital kit from Tina at Shabbydabbydoodah, and if you like digital kits, you really should go to her Etsy shop and her YouTube channel to watch her use these elements from her kit, with her kits. They're really beautiful, and I'm finding them more and more fun to use. But that being said, usually most of my journals I like to leave fairly plain and unadorned for the most part, because I want you to be able to decorate it and make it, your journal. When I feel like when they're heavily decorated, it's more my journal. But some people may love that, you just never know. So in keeping with, trying to create a little bit of something for everybody, I thought I would give this a try, and it was super fun to make and create. I had a really good time with it, and I had fun shopping my own stash to find things that would coordinate with Tina's kit. It was a lot of fun. So let's get started. The front cover is decorated with I put in the background vintage music paper, and then covered that with 2 pieces of wide lace. And then this lady is from the digi kit, and these 2 elements, the butterfly and the frame, were separate. They're from 2 different sets of hers that I cannot, think of the name of. But like I said, if you go to her Etsy shop and look through her marvelous, beautiful kits, and there are hundreds of them, literally. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. But, these are just elements. Oh, that's another point I wanted to make, is a lot of her, elements from one kit will look fabulous with elements of another kit, just, it's up to you to use your imagination to, put these things together and come up with these beautiful combinations. But she makes it easy to do with the things that she's created for you to use, so keep that in mind too. Yeah, so that's the front cover, and you open it up to this layout, and the front cover has a pouch, or pocket, I guess you'd say, a pocket, and I put a large journaling tag in there, and this is one of the background pages that I cut down to cover and decorate the tag. Added stitched some lace down the side, crochet lace, and used some white lace at the top in the punch out. And on the back, this is some coordinating scrapbook paper that I had that I've used, in different places throughout the journal. That's black and like an ivory color, and it's all been tea stained. Most everything in here has been tea stained, I think. But I thought this would be conducive to writing, with the lines. That was just so neat. Yeah. So this goes back in the front cover, and you've got plenty of room, in the pocket to add other things if you'd like. And you can leave that sticking out as much or as little as you'd like. So inside the front cover is another pocket made with scrapbook paper on the for the pocket part as well as the background. And inside this pocket, I've created this little small thin journal, and it's decorated with some lace and pieces. This square piece is from one of her kits called a Perfect Pocket Set. She's got like 6 or 7 of those, I think, and, well, I can't tell you, I've got them covered up. Anyway, but there's several to choose from, and that's an element from that. And I just added a butterfly, some bling, some doily underneath, the word amazing, and there's the back. I just didn't stamp on the back or add any embellishments. Yeah. And then inside I use 3 sheets of paper, so it'd be 6 pages or 12 front and back. There's some stamping. This is avocado dyed paper, tea stain paper, another avocado dyed with a butterfly and lace embellishment. And then the back of the pages. I did a tulip stamp here, and that pretty decorative embellishment at the top. Pop that back into this lace trimmed pocket, and this frame and photo is from the kit, but I did add glossy accents to it to make it look like a real picture. Thought that was fun. I love glossy accents and would use it on everything that I could if I had the time. I added this rose that's from another one of Tina's Perfect Pocket Sets, the word dreamer. And then the next page I thought was super fun because, listen to this. Hear the click? It has a magnet hidden inside because this little pocket kept flipping up, and when you go to close that or close it this way, she would fly up and, you know, kind of get in the way. So let me show you the magnets that I got to use, because I had I've seen people use them in their journals, and I was just never sure about what size they had purchased or where they got them. So I wanted to make sure. Some people may be very clear about it. Just me being myself was not always listening or paying attention or understanding where they got theirs. I purchased these from Amazon, and they look like this. They come rolled up in a little styrofoam piece, and they're teeny tiny little wafer thin magnets, and they are 1 millimeter thick. Let me see, slide one off here. But boy, they're really strong to me to be that tiny. Look at how thin that is. Can you see? Yeah. So they're perfect to use inside of a journal. And I believe the diameter on this is 8 millimeters. I also got a set of, see, they just, you have to, by the way, just to warn you, it says to gently let them, come together because they can break where they're so thin. I mean, I don't handle them like they're, fragile china or anything, but just don't let them slap together really hard, I guess is the point. This is the other size that I bought because, like I said, I wasn't sure. I hadn't purchased any before. Well, I have, but they turned out to be way too thick. You ended up with big lumpy parts. These, I believe, are 10 millimeters in diameter, this set. Yeah. But these are also only 1 millimeter thick. Very teeny tiny. So they work great. Just absolutely wonderful. And, they're plenty strong. When I do this now, that one flaps, but she doesn't. Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. And they were relatively inexpensive. I cannot remember even close what the price was. I have no idea, but if I bought them, they couldn't have been that much. And you get like 80 pieces. I'm pretty sure these smaller ones, there were 80 in there. the tag is hard to read. Yeah, there are 80 pieces in that one. And the bigger 10 millimeter has, it doesn't say. I think maybe 50 or 60, something like that. Just a few less than the small ones. Okay, so super fun thing to do is use magnets in your journal. And so this image and pocket is in the kit. I mean, it's like all you have to do is cut it out and put it together. The only thing I added was the little rose embellishment here on the back. And you pull this tab, and inside we have a journal card from the kit that I backed with scrapbook paper and tea-stained paper to do your journaling on. And then underneath this pocket is another envelope, or is an envelope that I made out of music paper, and I had to cover up the magnet, you know, that works this. So I just added some little, and I didn't want it to be plain anyway, so I added some little tiny embellishments and some lace. And you flip that over, and inside I have a journal card from the kit that I backed with some coral colored scrapbook paper, and added a coordinating tab that's stitched at the top and tea-stained paper on the back to journal on. And underneath that envelope is this pocket that I've added some lace, and inside is a small little booklet for journaling, and it also has another journal card with tea-stained paper on the back, little coordinating tab. I need to go back and stitch through that. I will before I package it up. And on this side are just some varied papers to write on. This is like almost like typing paper. And this is ledger, some avocado stained paper, and more ledger paper. And then the plain inside, plain back. Oh, this bow is from Tina's kits. She has 2 sets of bows. One is bows neutral, which gives you like white, gray, black, some blue, you know, basic blue, kind of pale colors, green, pale green bows, some darker green bows, but they're not bright colors. Then she has another set called Bows Bright that has bright, vivid pinks and blues and greens, purple and reds of her bows. Same bows, just with really bright, vibrant colors. And I added a little bling here in the center of the bow. I thought that was fun. So, oh, and it just so happened in my stash, I had this pretty rosette trim that I've had for a year or more and have never, you know, used it. And this was the perfect place, I thought, to use it. It looked really good with all these colors. So that was the fun thing about this kit, too, was taking her digis and looking through my own stuff to see what I had that would work, you know, with what she had to offer in the kit. Lots of fun. So you turn this page, and this is an envelope, a big envelope that I did avocado staining on. And I embellished the envelope with the lady from the kit, which I think is the same, yes, as the lady on the cover. How about that? I think it's a little smaller, maybe. This is one of her fancy frames from her, or a frame from her Fancy Frames kit. And this card, I believe, is in the pink Parisian kit. And I used the card to make a pocket. And in that pocket, I stuck this little photo card from the kit, embellished it with a white bow. And that's another thing, too. The bows come in all different sizes, you know, in the same kit. So that's great. You don't have to resize things yourself. She has it for you. And on the back, tea-stained paper for journaling. But I thought that was so cute, just tucked in there. Oh, and there's a little strip of lace. And inside the envelope is this large journal card. And it has this image from the kit, a butterfly from another one of her kits. I think it's just called Butterflies. Bright, maybe. And scrapbook papers backing that. It's a little piece of lace and doily down the side, and the back is tea stain. And this is large enough. What I really like about this is you've got room to place an image or, picture, and then plenty of room for writing. You could, turn it this way if you'd like, or it could just all be writing or all pictures. Whatever you want to do, there's plenty of room to do it with a card like that. A lot of fun. Then this page with scrapbook paper, I used that on the background. That's what this yellow is. And this paper is scrapbook paper. But I decorated the pocket with one of the fancy frames, a flower from the pink Parisian kit, and a little piece of lace. And inside the pocket, I added or created this little booklet. This tag is from the kit, some doily, and just some coordinating scrapbook paper that I had. That's tea stained. And just stitched it on with the label, stitched that on. And this just has plain paper inside for plenty of, room for journaling and adding pictures or, gluing, your own ephemera or, what would you call it, from a trip. Plenty of room for memory keeping or photos or journaling. And behind the little booklet is a secret journaling pad that I've decorated with that black and white stripe, one of Tina's bows, and a doily, some lace, and some bling. She's got me, wanting to use the bling, and I really do like it. I think it's really pretty. Not for every single journal, but definitely for these that are a little more feminine, looking. And so, in this little pad is tea stain paper, lined notebook paper, avocado paper, ledger, and this is like a stationery paper. It's got a slight texture to it. It just feels nice. It'd be fun to write on. And then you just slide this little booklet right back in the pocket. Oh, wait. Almost forgot. On the back, there is a pocket with thumb hole. And inside is a tag. Pretty image. I don't know what kit that's from. Piece of doily. The flower is from the kit. Oh, and this is this paper with the glasses actually coordinates with this paper and this flower paper that I had out of my own stash. And I just thought it was fun to mix a more modern, paper with the vintage style. I just like that. And the colors match. So, to me, that was a win-win. Put a bow at the top and then lined the back with the black and white paper for journaling and a white bow at the top. And just pop that back in there. Yeah. So, these are fun because it's very interactive and lots of little places to tuck and put things, A lot of fun. Little places to journal. The back cover is some coordinating paper I had and this huge wide piece of lace that I couldn't wait to make a pocket with, so I thought it was perfect for this. And inside the pocket is an envelope made out of the coral scrapbook paper. The label is from her kit, and this is out of one of her butterfly kits. And inside, this little frame is from the kit, and I just added some doily behind it. Inside are 3 beautiful journal cards. One, a different pose of the lady, a frame, and you could certainly add something in there, a butterfly or an image of, picture, photo of someone, and then another image of a lady. And on the back of all 3, they're lined with vintage, some kind of office paper that I've got that I love. Is nice paper. I don't know what kind it is, but it's fun to use. Oh, I like turning it this way. Okay. And then you flip open the back cover, and this is a pocket, and inside is a large journal card. And this is paper from the background version of the pink Parisian kit. And I decorated with some butterflies down the side and a pink tag ticket that I happen to have. I just stapled that on. But I also did some decorative stitching with the zigzag stitch around the journal paper, or the scrapbook paper I'm using for journaling. I used the black and white again with the lines. I thought that was cool. And some yellow polka dot paper. Anyway, you put that back in that pocket. I left this blank. This is just background pages from the kit and some music paper. And this is your main journal. The main journal pages are right here in the back. And I did some decorative stamping on some of the sheets. So this is avocado paper, avocado stain paper, vintage ledger, tea stain paper, vintage ledger paper, and tea stain paper, and did some stamping up there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages, pieces of paper, so that would make 10 pages and 20 front and back altogether, you know. But along with the other little booklets and the pad in the front, you've got plenty of paper for journaling and writing on. The back cover is covered with the glasses paper that coordinates with those others, and I added a library pocket that's decorated with one of Tina's bows. That's from the neutral set. One of my scrapbook pages, paper scraps. And inside the pocket is a library card that's been tea stained, and I just stapled a little coordinating butterfly and some lace up in the corner of that. Whoops. And then, so that is the journal itself. In the center, when you put these envelopes together, the way it works out, you have a pocket in the middle. So I put a large journal card in the center pocket. And on this, I decorated it with one of my scrapbook papers and some music paper, and put one of her bows on there. And I had enough of the black and white filigree paper to match up the pattern, so it looks like one continuous, you know, piece of paper. Well, except for you can tell with the inking that I did. But this makes a little door. And listen, I used another one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some kind of tab right here so it's easy to pick up. I used another magnet to keep that, you know, shut so it doesn't flip open and cause problems when you're putting it back in the book. So on the little door, the little cover, I used this image of this lady, and the boot is from the pink Parisian kit, some doily and some lace to hinge it. Yeah, that needs a tab. That's a perfect spot. In fact, what we'll do, I'll do it right now. I have another tab sitting here that's coordinating. It's just one that's left over. I think we'll put some glue on it, and then I'll staple it on. Now this glue I love to use is art glitter glue. I'm sure most of you have probably heard of it or have it, you know, already. If not, you really should try it out. It has the best little teeny tiny applicator tip. And it's a very good glue. And not only that, but it's fast drying to be a, you know, a wet glue. I need to fill up my bottle, but we'll just add a small bead there and a small bead there and a little in the middle. Here, I'll stick that over there. And we'll add this little tab right here. Yes, I just want to make sure it wasn't in the way of the magnet. I don't want to cover up my boot either. Okay, so we'll stick that on. But look, that's already grabbing hold. I mean, like, it's a great glue. I don't know why they call it glitter, art glitter glue. It doesn't have glitter in it. Yeah, press that down. And like I said, I'm going to also staple it. I don't have a Tim Holtz tiny attacher, but I have a tiny little ball stitch mini stapler. I just love it because it's little and it's pink. Okay, let me staple this on. I'll use 2. Make sure I get it, yeah, on the card and not just on the tab by itself. That wouldn't be very helpful, useful. Okay, got that taken care of. Now, let's see if that doesn't work better. Yeah, see, now you can easily open up your little cover. And on the inside, we've got the back of the cover, which I left plain, except for these 2 pieces are from one tag that was in the kit that Tina made, and I split it in half and used the decorative part over here, and then this to cover up that magnet, so you don't have to see that, and to help protect it, you know, from when it comes together, it doesn't break. And at the top of this tag, I used some sari ribbon, and the back is from another one of Tina's kits, I think. It could be pink Parisian, but I'm thinking that it's really from another one, not positive, and cannot think of the name of it. So hopefully it's in the pink Parisian kit. If you like this kit, it's in there. But it looks like a really vintage lace tablecloth. But it's light enough. There's print there, of course, but it's light enough that it would be very easy to journal over the top of what's printed there to make the lace pattern. Anyway, I just left that blank. So this goes, like I said, back in the middle. That pocket would be right here. Get that open. Yes, Addie. I'm telling them about the journal. So that just slides in there. And this is my first folio journal. That'll be, by the time this goes up, I'll have this listed in my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, please visit me on Etsy at the Beaufort Belle, and I'll have that name down in the description box, along with Tina's name, the name of her shop in the descriptions, or in the description, so that if you're not sure how to spell it, you can go visit her and look at her beautiful, beautiful digi kits that she has to choose from. And there are hundreds, y'all. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this, I'd love a thumbs up. And I'd love for you to subscribe. And I also wanted to tell you that hopefully, not hopefully, I'm just going to go ahead and say it, not hopefully, but I am coming out with a video in the next couple of days that is an update to my room reorganization. I've been working on some small areas slowly, but I've got one area that I'm almost through with now that's like a larger area I can share with you about, what was on there and what it looked like, how terrible it looked, and hopefully how much better it looks now. So hope to see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.